Some love Christmas carols and some hate them. Retail workers and shoppers get repeated blastings of a good 50 or so Christmas songs every year that mention Christmas or Santa in the lyrics, and musically, they're predominantly based in a major key. Some are easier to hear over and over, and some not so much. I should know, I've been completely on both sides of the fence. Wait, what's going on? Okay, so I guess it's a quick life story time.
I've got a little Christmas story. I'm sorry.
So, all right, if I think back to being a kid, I would have loved Christmas carols because of all of the associated feelings that I would have had with the Christmas time itself. And also, I was a kid, so I liked things like Peter Coombe and nursery rhymes and things like that. Then cut to being a teenager and I was learning guitar and I really liked the distorted rock type of sounding music, which made me absolutely hate Christmas carols and anything to do with that happy major scale type of song. And then at some point becoming an adult, I entered into my third phase, which was getting reconnected with Christmas carols. Could have been a nostalgia reason. It could have been the fact that I had this gig where as a muso I had to learn all of these Christmas carols, and I've heard them around everywhere, and so to actually learn what the melodic and chord structures were for these songs, I found it really quite stimulating. But enough about me. I wanted to know what you thought about Christmas carols. Did you love them or hate them? So what better way to find out than just to ask?
Excuse me, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
So I did a quick survey with some friends and some fellow musicians, and I asked them basically just two questions. Do you love or hate Christmas carols? And why? And I thought it would be fun to put all the answers together in a bit of a tally so that we can figure out once and for all, do people love or hate Christmas carols?
Let's get ready to rumble!
All right, here's the first answer I got from Pete.
I feel like writing a Christmas carol is the ultimate one-hit wonder. You write one song, but it gets played every year, providing you write a good track. Mariah Carey, her song is just relentless.
Thanks, Pete. Didn't actually answer my question, mate. But yeah, I guess this is a Crafty music tips channel, so that is a good tip. If you're an upcoming artist and you feel like that you would want to get some extra traction, well, try and tap into the Christmas market. All right, next up I got an answer from my mate Jordan.
Hello, Crafty. I love Christmas because it's obviously the most wonderful time of the year.
Okay, hang on. I think there's another one here.
I read that wrong. It was Christmas carols, not just Christmas. I do like carols because it's singing about Christmas.
All right, thank you, Jordan. Yes, well, look, we actually do have an answer now, so we can start our tally. We've got one for love. Craig says, I get swept away by the emotional ones. I used to love watching carols by candlelight, bit of a softie for a good a cappella rendition. It's two for love. Let's see what Nick says.
I love me some Christmas carols. I love me some Christmas carols. I love me some Christmas carols because they make me feel good.
Nick, you're a legend. All right, so the love column is way ahead. Hugh from the Moo Crew says that some of the songs are lovely, but I think it depends on the people doing the caroling. Some performances make you want to well up, but others make you want to eat glass. Specifically kids. Oh, they're rubbish. Always so flat with the cardboard antlers taped on. You're not a reindeer. You're not even eating grass. It's not fooling anyone. I'd make a great dad, he says. Let's make a new category here. We'll put him on the fence. Chris from the band All Sold Out says, does Christmas by Eric Idle count as a Christmas song? Okay, Chris, I'm just going to assume that you're in the hate column. Love 3, hate 1. So my mate Dino Jag says, I like most of the flavors that Christmas carols come in. They have the intention to uplift, generate joy, and remind us to bring love and wish each the very best. Well, good on you, Dino. You've brought it up to 4-1. What does Siobhan say?
I love Christmas carols because within them they contain the beautiful history of Christmas, both in the religious and traditional aspects, and just because they're so nostalgic and they warm the heart. I've got them on in the background right now.
Ah, that warms my heart. Thanks, Siobhan. 5-1 to love. So fellow streaming, not screaming band member Matty McNamee with some great headgear says what?
Hey, Crafty, I love Christmas carols. Not only does it celebrate the magic of Christmas, but I love the fact that it can take you back in time. And also I love and find it extremely fascinating that at a carols by candlelight, you'll get your jazz heads and your metal heads and your rock heads and your country music fans, all in the one place, singing the same songs, happy as Larry and loving it. And I think that is fantastic.
Well, there you go. From the man himself. Look at that. All right, this is a landslide so far. Look out. The Love team up 6-1. What does my mate Jack say?
Hello guys, pretty neutral about Christmas carols to be honest, neither love or hate them. Hate's a pretty strong word.
All right, so I heard neutral there, so that's one for the fence. My mate Tanya says, I'll send you a festive video. Clearly my answer is yes. Didn't get the video, but thanks for the answer, Tanya. So one more to the Love team. So my mate Peter says he loves Christmas carols for a few reasons. He goes into detail where basically he's nostalgic about it, and he also likes that there's a bunch of different genres to it. So love up to 8. Haters only 1. My student Emily says that she sort of has a bit of a love-hate relationship. So that kind of sounds like should be on the fence. And also mentions that it's important that a muso knows some Christmas carols because it comes in handy. I would agree with that. My bandmate Kane says, I love to hate them. Ooh, all right. The haters, they're coming back. So my mate Moshe is the first one to answer with a meme. I'm going to say that's an extra one for the haters. 8-3. My mate Lucas answered with,
Read Christmas carols. I'm Jewish.
Well said, mate. Look at this. 8-4. The haters are coming back. My bandmate Animal, as I call him, Paul, he says that he hates them. He used to work in a toy store over Christmas and they were on repeat the whole time. He says it hurt his brain. I can imagine. Yeah, Animal is somebody that I know that likes heavy, distorted sort of music, kind of like the way I described myself before. So it doesn't surprise me that he's a hater. So 8-5. Haters making a comeback. My at times on stage buddy Cayenne says that it's a tough question because she used to love carols. Now she hates them. She says mainly, I guess, working in retail for so long. Okay, so Cayenne's answer is put the haters up to 6. They're catching up to love, still in the lead on 8.
Time out, sir. Turn.
Okay, that's right. It's halftime. Let's just take one more look at our scoreboard before our halftime entertainment. That's right. It's time for Crafty's halftime Nerd Talk Entertainment.
Now, it's a fact that humans like things that are more familiar. We're more connected to whatever we're connected to, I guess, right? And so psychological science studies show that the more that we hear something means the more that we like it. It's called the mere exposure effect. Even though we may complain about hearing the same old traditional songs over Christmas time, if it was a completely new roster of completely new songs that we've never ever heard before each Christmas time, then we would have no connection to it. And I would say that's the reason why we don't hear any new Christmas songs being added to the classic Christmas songs list. And I believe that the most recent song that's entered into the public consciousness of accepted Christmas carols would be Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You, and that was released in 1994. So it's been quite a while. Now, having said that, that's the way that I understand it to be, but there perhaps might be a newer song that you're aware of that has entered into the public consciousness. If that's the case, then let me know in the comments below. Now, it is interesting because if you think about it, we all have a different threshold level. Obviously, when we're hearing something more and more and more in repetition, then we get a stronger connection to it, like I said. And eventually we get to that point where we just can't stand to hear it anymore because it's been overexposed. And sadly for all of you haters out there, I can't imagine any of the retailers putting the brakes on playing Christmas carols over Christmas, because they've done studies to show that playing Christmas carols over Christmas, it makes customers want to buy more. Now, before I get back to the tally, I feel like it's worth mentioning that something that has an overexposure amount for some people, it's okay if the song has a level of complexity to it. For instance, the song structure, like All I Want for Christmas Is You, for instance, has a really intricate song structure in comparison to, say, Silent Night, for instance. All right, let's get back to the tally.
Hello. Welcome to Australia, where there's no snow at Christmas, and Christmas carols are really, well, and Christmas shopping, it's probably the two things that really put me in the Christmas mood. I think Christmas carols are definitely essential. Anyone who hates Christmas carols really hates the Christmas spirit and giving, and I think it's just all sort of in the same package. Nothing puts you in the mood like singing a Christmas song, hearing kids singing out of tune, and us all going, oh. And, you know, basically in Australia, even Santa Claus must be sweating in his, you know, red and white outfit. So it's really all we've got. Don't take away Christmas carols. You're going to ruin Christmas.
Oh, thanks, Darren. Okay, so, well, the love column, the love team. We're up 9-6. Now, on that, Darren, you bring up a really good point. So, for instance, let's just say that we've got... Now, that's a melody that we would associate with Christmas. But let's just say that for years and years and years, it never had any Christmas lyrics. That's a good melody, like that sixth interval there. What does the sixth mean? Well, you've got 6 notes of the major scale in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that was one of the things that I kind of found stimulating and a bit of a challenge for me as a not a very naturally gifted singer, is that in order to be able to execute those larger intervals, dashing, you know, like when the kids are singing out of tune, a lot of the time it's because they're really well constructed compositions, and just because they've got kiddie lyrics to them doesn't mean that they're not very well written. And so that's one of the things that helps me, sadly, for Hugh, like he mentioned before, you know, like if he's hearing kids singing out of tune, it just ruins it for him. But for me, I can still hear those really good parts of the composition underlying in it. Okay, back to the tally. What does my mate Danny say?
Last Christmas, you gave me your heart, but the very next day, you know the rest. I don't know. I love the classics. I love a little bit of Mariah. I love the beautiful 50s, 60s, 40s vibe. And you can't go past fat 80s bop. It's Christmas. I kind of love them all.
Okay, thanks, Danny. The Lovers, up to 10. Well in the lead. My mate Deb says, who doesn't love Christmas carols? She mentions a few of the normal classics, but then the Kevin Bloody Wilson. Is that a carol? Either way, Lovers, 11. Haters, 6. What does my mate Lindy say?
We're not actually into Christmas songs. They suck. Like when Irish eyes are smiling. No, snap. That's a St. Pat song. What about if you knew Susie like I know Susie? Oh, what a girl. No, Christmas carols. Yeah, I know. I'm just fooling with you. But you guys, yeah, you like them. Yeah, we're not that partial to Christmas carols. But we sing them because you guys like them. So happy Christmas.
That's got to be on the fence. The Unsurers are up to 4, catching up to the Haters at 6. So my old bandmate Jack from the Neo says he loves Christmas carols because they're the only set of songs that everybody can sing along with. So I would say, Jack, that's 99% true because there's happy birthday to everyone. But yes, the lovers, up to 12. Doubling the haters. Come on, haters. What does Lockie say? He says there's something nauseating about hearing the same 8 or 12 songs on repeat through every retail outlet, every kids show, every TV advert for a month and a half straight. Even if some are good compositions, you can't stand to hear them that many times year after year. All right. Lockie, debunking everything that I just said before. And the haters coming back up to 7. My mate Isaac says that he hates them because they are super cheesy and mostly Americanized. Usually can't get through more than 2 at a time. Oh, you poor thing, Isaac. You're going to be freaking out this time of year. Okay, haters are catching up. We're up to 8. My old student, Abby Ferris. Hello, Abby.
I love everything Christmas, so I love Christmas songs, Christmas carols, but I don't love covering them, but I love listening to them. That makes sense.
All right, Abby's on the fence. The fence sitters are up to 5. Okay, we're getting through the last of these people here. This is Amy from the band The Moo Crew.
Christmas carols are amazing, and I won't hear it otherwise.
Cool. All right, Amy, bringing it up to 13, the lovers. Lucky number. All right, as I'm flicking through there, it looks like this is my last one. So I've got my old mate Robbie Hode who says, Christmas, bah humbug. Consumerist rot. Some folks love it. That's cool. Up to them. Why not celebrate family and gift giving and sharing meals all year round? Carols. Old songs about times and places that don't mean anything to us nowadays. Where's all the cool new stuff? The cool kids aren't writing carols. Maybe you should. Thank you, Robbie. All right. So the haters are up to 9. So that looks like the winners are the lovers of Christmas carols. 13 to 9. I don't know if I feel like that this is over. Kind of feel like that, like listening to everybody talk about their nostalgic feelings of the Christmas carols associated with their time of Christmas. What does that mean for me? Well, I guess if I think about it, then for me as a kid, I had great fond Christmas memories. And so I think I'm going to have to ask my family about how do they feel about it. Hi, Mum and Dad. All right, so asking my mum and dad, it looks as though it's mainly just going to be my dad speaking for my mum and dad. So I've got a theory that, you know, sometimes when people do love Christmas carols, it's got something to do with the family. Do you think that that would be the case for you, or?
Oh, yeah, Christmas carols make you think of the family.
All right, you heard it there from my dad. He thinks about family. All right. Thanks, Mum and Dad. Now, I have a sister and a brother-in-law. What do they say? So my brother-in-law, Shane, otherwise known as Plugger, he says that he loves Christmas. He can withstand the carols because most of them are slow and boring to him. Whereas my sister, Paula, she says, absolutely love Christmas carols, especially now that I have 2 beautiful children. They light up when it's Christmas time, and singing carols with them is a dream come true. Oh, what's this video?
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows.
Oh, love my niece. Hey, Sophie, Merry Christmas. Oh, that gets me. And on you, Sophie, she's singing in tune. Yeah. Okay, so there you have it. I think that's enough exploring of the Christmas carols, if you love them or hate them. Obviously, in my little survey, the lovers, they win. And I'm really glad that I've been able to realize my connection to my family. And so for you, I hope you have a great connection with your family and that you just have a great Christmas time, regardless of whether or not you have a connection with the Christmas carols that are going to be around, whether you like it or not. So this has been a Crafty Music Tips video. I have a heap of other Crafty Music Tips style videos on a bunch of different subjects. Thankfully, not many of them Christmas. And if you're procrastinating right now and you should be doing something else, but you'd like some extra stuff to potentially waste your time with, well, I have a few other Christmas songs that I've put up on my Crafty Music Man channel. So yeah, wherever you are, have a great Christmas. Have a happy new year. And yeah, we'll see you in another music tips video really soon. Rock on.